Okay. Thanksgiving week. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Ate a bunch of food. Chilled. Relaxed. Watched some good football. This week was pretty entertaining. A lot of good games. A lot of close, battles to the end. A lot of overtimes. I think there was a lot of overtimes. I gotta see. Not really sure. A lot of big time performances by a couple of these people here on the screen, except for the Broncos. Our highlight of the game was teammates getting mad at each other. So that's where we're at. Lot to go over in this game, this episode, I'm sorry. But we're going to do things a little bit different. Y'all ready for it? Got the damn face cam. So you're going to see my booty self on the screen. But you're not only going to see me. Oh no. We're going into it. First game is the Bills and the Lions. This game was a lot earlier than I was expecting it to be. This game actually came on like at 11 or 10:30 or something like that. It was like super early. Was not ready for that. Started watching it towards like the end of the first quarter, so I didn't really get to see the beginning. But as you can see here, it's a very close game. Sorry, I do have a little bit of a cold, so if I do cough, I apologize for that. But yeah, Josh Allen was keeping the Lions in this game, and then he turned it up in the fourth quarter. When you needed it most, he came out. And, I don't know what the game plan for the Lions were for Stephon Diggs, but it was nothing. Clearly it was nothing. He balled out. His numbers don't really show. But Stephon Diggs made so many clutch plays in this game. And shout out to both kickers for the Lions and for the Bills. Kept both teams in this game. Jared Goff did pretty decent. I mean, no turnovers against the Bills. That's kind of what you want. But Von Miller did get hurt. It's not a season-ending injury, luckily. I do expect him to come back towards probably before the playoffs. But I wouldn't want to rush him coming back. The Lions weren't doing too many things that surprised me. Their run game was doing really good. The Bills need to clean up their run defense big time. They let up too many easy plays, keep drives going. But when Jared Goff kind of gets in a rhythm and the whole offense, the Lions can do some damage. I mean, 25 points against the Bills. We can't score 25 points in 3 games. So, yeah, Detroit just didn't make enough plays. Unfortunately, it was just kind of whoever had the ball last. This game should have went to overtime. The Bills they really stole the game towards the end right there. Huge play by Stephon Diggs to kind of just end the game, but that's kind of how those things kind of go. But what are you going to do? Next game, we got the Cowboys and the Giants. To me, this was the most entertaining game. Well, no, I take that back. It's crazy because all the games were entertaining. All 3 of them. This one was very fun to watch. Dak Prescott almost lost them this game. Horrible interceptions. One of them was his fault. The other one wasn't. But the one that was his fault was horrible. Completely horrible. Saquon Barkley, that's the main reason why they didn't win this game. He didn't ball out. He needed to ball out. The offense needed help, especially with the amount of injuries they received on the receiving core. You got to help out the team. 39 yards, that's not going to help the team. Zeke, Pollard, doing what they do best. Dalton Schultz almost had 3 touchdowns. He had 2, almost had 3. The tight ends for the Cowboys came up huge in this game. But CeeDee Lamb was exposing the Giants' secondary. For whatever reason, they only had their nickel corner on CeeDee Lamb. Why you do that, I don't know. But that's what you get, you know. That's exactly what you get. I mean, just look at the stats here. Dallas, 34 minutes of possession. That alone can almost win you a game. They had tons of penalties that kept the Giants' drives alive. But, I mean, they were 430 total yards. Typically when you have 400, you did a pretty good day at the office. You know, anything above that, you did pretty good. They were, you know, these turnovers that Dak and this offense produced is the reason why the score is so low. So, super entertaining game, though. Came down to the end, kind of. You know, the Cowboys just kind of had to seal it off. But the Giants, for staying in this game, you got to give them credit. But let's go down to the third game. The Patriots and the Vikings. I did not expect this game to be entertaining. This game was back and forth from the get-go. Super entertaining game. Super fun to watch. It was awesome. I had a lot of fun watching this one. I was kind of mad because I was like, wow, they're going to put this game last. And I was like, for real? But this was probably the best game out of the 3. Super fun. A lot of scoring, a lot of big plays. Mac Jones, 382, 2 tutties. I mean, that's pretty good. Typically, you don't see any numbers like that from him. But his receivers are making plays. You know, he has no receivers either. But they were making plays. It's crazy. Look at these stats, and Russell Wilson can't do half that. Anyways, Kirk Cousins balled out. I mean, 30 for 37, 303 tutties. I don't remember what pick he had. I want to say it was in the first quarter. I was a big fan of Dalvin Cook. Why is he trash now? Like, was it those injuries? I don't know. Justin Jefferson, though. Anytime they needed a big play, third down, or just they needed a play, Kirk Cousins was just chunking it up. And number 18 was, I mean, all day. All day. Justin Jefferson was unstoppable. Bill Belichick was triple teaming him in the fourth quarter and leaving other receivers open. What a game. I mean, a lot of scoring. I mean, you can kind of check the stats here. Pretty crazy. You know, once again, that 36 possession. That alone can win you some games, man. Can win you some games. A lot of third down. Look at the first downs. I mean, that's a lot of just offensive production. No rushing, just all air attack this game. Type of game I like. A lot of people don't like that. I do. But yeah, super fun, entertaining game. I was really surprised this game was even close. Straight up. But I'm glad it was, because it was a super fun game to watch. What do we have here? We have the Falcons and the Commanders. Who watched this game? Like, there's no way that there was 53,000 people at this game. Impossible. There was maybe 53,000 eyes watching this game. I'm going to be honest. I didn't watch this. But I did have the Commanders winning, though. So I did get that right. Let's kind of just check the stats here. Let's check it together. You know. Marcus Mariota. Pretty mid. Still did better than Russell Wilson. Taylor Heineke. Pretty mid. Still did better than Russell Wilson. Cordell Patterson. He's been back. But not like his usual self. He did return that touchdown last week for the kick, which I also forgot to mention. I don't know how I missed that last week. But they said it was a record. I feel like that wasn't a record. I've seen farther, though. Maybe on punts. I don't know. But yeah, off topic. I mean, this game was stupid. I mean, who watched this game? There's like nothing to talk about. I'm sorry, but we gonna just skip that. Next we got, where's this game at? Where's it at? We got the Texans and the Dolphins. Man, 30-0 going into the half. I saw that stat and I was like, dang, they're blowing this team out. I'm not sure if they kept the starters in. I think they did. You know, I think they had to because they were scoreless in the third quarter. But, y'all hear that wind? Can you not do that? Appreciate it. I didn't really watch too much about this game. I was happy that they did start Kyle Allen over, what's his name? Davis Mills. Completely forgot that Kyle Allen was even the backup. I thought it was still Nathan Peterman, but he's on the Bears. Kyle Allen, I did see one of his interceptions. I feel like one of them wasn't his fault. The other one was. Tua, they got a lot of yards between Tyreek and Jalen Waddle. I think they both had around 90 yards. See, Tyreek Hill had 85. I believe Jalen Waddle had about 92. I mean, they're consistently getting almost 100 yards a game each. So, super, super productive offense. I mean, there's no stats. You know, there's no stats for the Texans. They got one touchdown. Was it one touchdown? It was 2 touchdowns. Still more points than the Broncos usually score, so congrats. Nothing really crazy. I mean, look at the stats. There's 102 rushing yards combined. That's awful. Very low yards per game. I mean, the Dolphins could have blew out the Texans. This score was probably a lot more generous than it could have been. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really to say. It's the Texans, unfortunately. They are the worst team in the NFL. Are they, though? Next, we got the Bengals and the Titans. Whoa. Let's put that over there. Didn't watch this game, to be honest with you. Was watching some highlights. And I know that Ryan Tannehill and this Titans offense could not get going. Derrick Henry, I hate to say it, but he's low-key overrated. It's pretty easy to stop him. If he's on a different team, he's extremely difficult to stop. Because he's on the Titans, he's pretty easy to stop. I mean, he's consistently getting low yards against decent teams. He got low yards against us. But if he doesn't do good, the team loses. It's facts. Just look at their losses. T. Higgins balled out. I did see a couple of his highlights. Was just making plays. Joe Burrow, they were talking about how he was avoiding a lot of sacks. Is that true? Pretty boring game. I mean, it's the Titans. You know, the Titans are they're a very boring team to watch. Even though they do have Derrick Henry, Ryan Tannehill makes this offense lag, and it makes it so boring to watch. Joe Burrow and the Bengals, their defense is so boring to watch. Like, they keep these dookie teams in games. But, you know, I had the Bengals winning anyway, so I didn't have the Titans really doing anything to this team. But, you know, who did? Next, we got an interesting little game here. A lot of drama in the beginning. We have the Bears and the Jets. So, right before the game, maybe a couple hours, they said that Justin Fields was going to play. So I was like, wow, he's going to play this injured? Seems pretty stupid. And then they say, oh, we changed our mind. Trevor Siemian's going to play. So I was like, okay, they're still going to lose now. Trevor Siemian gets hurt in the pregame. Pregame warmups, he gets hurt. So they bring in Nathan Peterman. And then they say, hold up, Justin Fields might play. Once Trevor Siemian gets hurt, they're like, okay, we would rather have a broken Justin Fields over a Nathan Peterman healthy. So they basically begged Trevor Siemian to gut it out and play so Nathan Peterman doesn't have to step on the field. And that's what happened. Did I have the Bears winning this game? No. For the strict reason that Justin Fields was not playing. I knew that Trevor Siemian and Nathan Peterman could not beat this Jets team. They just can't. Mike White, I give him credit. He did do good. He got the dub. 3 touchdowns. He had an amazing game. He played against a very poor defense. A very injured, poor defense. They were on the field a lot. He had a good game. Not hating on him. But until he does this maybe 1 or 2 more games in a row, you know, that's when you give him his credit. Right now, I can't really give him too much. He played a super injured, bad Bears defense. If you don't ball out against that, that's pretty bad. When they lose their only good defensive player in Eddie Jackson, you have to ball out. You just have to. Garrett Wilson calling out Zach Wilson for a bad quarterback play. Gets Mike White, balls out. Against the bad Bears defense, still balls out. If you look here, this game was won by the air attack. I mean, if you don't hit 300 yards, 300 yards is a minimum total yards. If you hit anything less, you did nothing. They had almost 500. They had 466 yards. That's crazy. I did have the Jets winning this game. The Bears had no chance to win this game. No chance. So, there is that. Next game we got is a very, very surprising game to me. The Bucs and the Browns. The Bucs were doing really good throughout the whole game, except when it needed the most. Tom Brady, he took care of the football. He didn't ball out like he needed to. So many drops by the Bucs. So many drops. They couldn't contain Nick Chubb. That was the main thing. They got Nick Chubb going. Couldn't stop him. That's just kind of how it went. Went to overtime on a clutch field goal. Clutch. No. It wasn't a field goal. They scored. Who scored? Nick Chubb scored. And there was a penalty on. That's crazy. But yeah, ended up going to overtime. I don't know who won the toss. I want to say both teams got an offensive possession. Went down and scored. Oh, no. Hold on. To go into... I didn't watch the game at the end because it wasn't really showing. So they threw a pass to David... Oh, I do remember. David Njoku made the most clutch one-handed catch to send this game into overtime. It's probably one of the most clutch plays in Browns history this last 5 years. Super clutch. This man caught the ball in the back of the end zone, one-handed, sent the game to overtime on the last seconds of the game. Who was the home team, though? Does it say? First Energy. Oh, so they played in Cleveland. The Bucs, I guess, lost the toss. Browns got the ball and scored first drive. Insane. Oh, man. But yeah, I had the Bucs winning. I thought they could do it. Unfortunately, they could not. Huge upset here with the Ravens and the Jaguars. If it seems like I'm going, out of order, I'm not. I just had this written down before, so I'm going down in this particular order. So it's easier for me to go down. This game was a little bit insane. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens dropped so many touchdown passes. Mark Andrews could not catch this game. I think he's still playing a little injured. They kind of forced him to recover fast because he's the only one who has hands on this team. But yeah, Lamar Jackson wasn't hitting him in the hand. You got to hit him in the chest or in a catchable position. Lamar Jackson was not doing that. But Mark Andrews also was not catching the ball. Trevor Lawrence was the reason this team won this game. Him and I don't even remember that coach's name, but huge touchdown to go. I thought they were just going to take it to overtime. Ballsy. Trevor Lawrence just throws a dime right in the flat. Get the 2-point conversion. They go up 28-27. Ravens make 2 plays with 13 seconds or something. 67-yard field goal for Justin Tucker. And then he's 3 yards short. That would have been an insane ending and just a heartbreaking defeat. But Jaguars got it done. Surprised me, I'll tell you that. Next is a pretty boring game. I didn't watch it. It was super close. I believe it went to overtime. No, it didn't. I think it went down to a 2-point conversion, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the Chargers looks like it made a 2-point conversion. Yep. Austin Eckler just runs it in. But I don't know what's up with the Cardinals. You know, I've been saying it. Kyler Murray said it publicly. Probably shouldn't have said it. But their offense is just broken. It doesn't work. These players that they have, the play calls, it doesn't work. I had high hopes for this team in the beginning of the year. This team is just random pieces put together. Kind of like how the Lakers are right now. Doesn't work. Justin Herbert, 3 tutties. Pretty good passer rating. James Conner, surprisingly balled out. Never does that. But DeAndre Hopkins made some huge, crazy catches. Just wasn't enough. Pretty even possession time. I mean, this game came down to the wire, so kind of expecting that. But as you can see here, it's like, where's Eckler, the best running back ever? 20 yards? Trash. But yeah, this game seemed like it was close for no reason. I had the Chargers winning by a lot. Not by a little bit. They should have blew out the Cardinals. Should not have went to the very last play. Why they would go for 2 anyway blows my mind. Next we have a pretty crazy game. Josh Jacobs. I'm going to save him for last. Geno Smith is consistently doing okay, above average. And it's making me sad. Derek Carr things, nothing special. Tyler Lockett. Only 3 catches. How do you have only 3 catches when you're his number 1 target? But, I mean, is there anything to say? First of all, every time I pick the Raiders to lose, they win. And it's pissing me off. Josh Jacobs single-handedly won this game. Like, that's not his total yards. I gotta find how many yards he had. He had a lot of yards. Sorry, I gotta find it here. Let me see. Okay. Josh Jacobs had 74 receiving yards on top of his 229 rushing yards. I mean, that's a lot of yards by one guy. He's averaging 7 yards a carry this game. 2 touchdowns. And in overtime, like 60, 59, something like that. Crazy. Pretty insane what Josh Jacobs is doing on a consistent basis. He is making plays left and right. I think he's the best running back in the league right now. I hate to say it. Next, we have the Saints and the 49ers. So the 49ers had no business losing this game. I mean, this Saints team is bad. Like 4-8. I'm surprised they're not 0-12. But the 49ers have been so dominant on the defensive side of the ball for like 6-8 games. I don't think anyone has scored in the second half on the 49ers. I saw a stat, something like that. That's crazy. I mean, it's not the defense. It doesn't really show any stats. But the defense is what got this dub for the 49ers. Alvin Kamara is so bad. Why is he so bad? He's like one of my favorite running backs. And he sucks. Like, bad. 2 fumbles, 13 yards. You tell me those Alvin Kamara stats 2 years ago, I wouldn't believe you. I mean, that's bad, dude. That's really bad. This win is about to knock out my power. Luckily, I don't need power to record. I mean, just shout out to the 49ers. Their defense is insane. That's a Super Bowl winning defense. Unfortunately, they keep winning, making our pick worse. Rams and the Chiefs. Why this was a primetime game makes no sense. No sense. The Rams were not going to win this game. They just weren't. They weren't going to win this game. Backup quarterback. Oh, wow. I might actually need a little bit of internet and power to record because I am looking at the stats here. But I got everything down on my written down. Anyways, backup quarterback for the Rams. I mean, you think he's going to beat Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs? Really? I mean, the fact that, like I said, why this was a primetime game makes no sense. This game should have been like 40-something to 10. Chiefs just couldn't execute when they needed to on a lot of possessions. I mean, there's no highlights to this game. They beat a trash Rams team with a bad backup quarterback. What else is there to really talk about? Plus, let's not even mention how horrible Aaron Donald played. Then he got hurt. But he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. Trash. Garbage. Where is the game at? Am I blind? They don't have it here. Why would you put that at the top? This game was entertaining. I don't think that Aaron Rodgers being hurt changes anything with this game. I think if he's healthy, they still lose. Eagles were... Jalen Hurts is... Jalen Hurts is a freak. A freak. Let the team in rushing. Let the team in... Well, obviously he's the only one passing. But he had about... I think he had 3 yards less than he did rushing. I mean, passing. So, he had 300 yards. Him alone. He was just getting first downs, making smart plays, running when he needed to. I mean, this game was just really fun. A lot of scoring, a lot of back and forth. Aaron Rodgers, right when it looks like the Eagles were just pulling away, Aaron Rodgers comes and makes a crazy throw, or the Packers just make a huge play. This game was really, really entertaining. Unfortunately, it kind of came down to those 2 interceptions and Aaron Rodgers getting hurt. Those 3 things, that first interception, both of them were really bad. But those 2 interceptions and him getting hurt, those are the 3 reasons why they lost that game, in that order. But Jordan Love came in, got a touchdown. He's like a 4th-year rookie, basically. Super fun game. Just Jalen Hurts, personally, my MVP. He is balling out. Next, we're going to go down to Monday's game. I wasn't going to watch the full game if it was trash. This game was super entertaining. A lot of trash players, but this game was really entertaining. Kenny Pickett didn't do anything special. Made a couple of really big throws. But this game honestly came down to Matt Ryan and bad clock management for the Colts. The Colts had no yards for like 4 quarters. 4 drives. When you have 0 yards on a minimum of at least 12 offensive plays, not including punts, you're doing something wrong. Whole first quarter wasted by the Colts. That first quarter really ruined everything going forward. But the Colts just don't have a strong enough roster that has enough chemistry with each other to do well. Ultimately, that's the reason why they lost this game. But the Steelers got very, very lucky on basically the Colts not doing... The Colts really just beat themselves. The Pittsburgh Steelers just didn't have to... They just had to not make many mistakes, and they would win the game. Pickens is a beast of a receiver. He makes plays every single time I watch him. He makes a highlight. So, they built the offense around him. It's finna be special. But pretty entertaining game. Came down to the kind of the end, but yeah, penalties, just bad offense by the Colts is what lost them this game. I don't know where to even begin. At this point, it's comedic. It's pathetic. Embarrassing. Infuriating. It's bad. This was the first time I watched a Broncos game. And, I kind of get prepared watching a Broncos game. I kind of get all my snacks, kind of get all my food, got all my setup, everything ready to go. And this was the first time I watched a Broncos game with zero preparation, zero excitement, and zero anticipation. I was completely not interested watching this game. I knew I was going to waste my time, and I did it anyway. I'm glad they played at 12, so I could just, do other stuff for the rest of the day. I have never seen an offense do this bad. Consistently. Back to back to back to back to back to back weeks. It just boggles my mind. We can't get first downs. I believe Russell Wilson gets just a little bit more completions than we do punts. I wish you could take out Russell Wilson's fourth quarter stats. He's 19 for 35, 142 and a touchdown. You take out those fourth quarter stats, he's probably 10 for 25, 100, and no touchdown. Not saying it's on him, but a lot of it is. A majority of it is. When you're the elite quarterback guy, you have to make plays, no matter who is on the field. Because you're that good, you have to carry the team. He's not carrying the team. You know what I mean? It's not like he's getting 300 yards, 3 touchdowns a game, and then they lose. No, he's putting up that 142 a touchdown when most of that came in the fourth quarter. We have no run game. I mean, we have no running backs. We have an old, aging Latavius Murray as our running back one. We have no offensive line, no receivers, not enough guys have chemistry with Russell Wilson on the, offensive attack. It's bad, dude. It's just so bad and so infuriating to watch. The drops. Receivers are dropping the ball. We're making horrible decisions play call wise. Horrible decisions game time decision wise. We're doing nothing correct. The defense is letting up points because they're out all the time. We're not covering DJ Moore. Their only target. And we're not covering him. They were balling out in the run game. Destroying us. It's like every time we made a good play, the next play or two ruins it. Completely kills the drive, stalls, and we kick a field goal. Brandon McManus needs to go. That kicker is so bad. This whole year, he's been kicking horrible. He used to be super reliant. You see anything 55 and lower, he's knocking it down. Anything 50 with the number 5, I have no confidence in him. And I don't know. Nathaniel Hackett, he doesn't call the defense. He doesn't call the offense. He doesn't even call, a timeout before we get a delay of game penalty. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do anything. I've never seen a head coach not do anything and still have a job. Just Bronco things. Just Bronco things, man. Panthers took care of business. I mean, the Panthers just did not. If they just didn't make many mistakes, they would win this game. That's what they did. We couldn't get any sacks. Sam Darnold had all the time in the world. We had no run defense. Opened up the play action. Guys opened down the field. And then you see us on the offense. We get no yards on the ground. 3 and outs. Horrible field position. missed field goals. It's just a combination of the entire team being trash. This team is a joke. Second worst team in the league. We made the Panthers look good, man. We made the Panthers offense, who has, quarterback controversy every week. No head coach. Their best player left. And we made them look like monsters. Oh, man, we suck. It's so bad, dude. It's so bad. That's all the games, though, for Week 12. Oh, pisses me off. But we're done. Let's just go to picks of the week. Let's forget about Week 12. History. It's history. Week 13. Thursday night, we got the Bills and the Patriots. Does anyone not have the Bills? Let's be real. You got to go with the Bills here. You just have to. Is he here? Sorry. Well, yeah. Got to go with the Bills Thursday night. Next, we have Colts and the Cowboys. I believe the Colts and the Cowboys play every... They play like every 6 years or something like that. It's really a long period of time. Cowboys got that all day. All day. Next, we have the Titans and the Eagles. That's a gimme. Come on now. Give me MVP Jalen Hurts, baby. We got the Bears and the Packers. You got to go with the Packers here, man. There's so many injuries on the Bears defense. The Packers are going to make them look bad. And the Packers are bad. So, yeah. But, next we have the Jaguars and the Lions. That's a tough one. But I think I'm going to have to go... Man, they got momentum, though. I think I'm going to go with the Lions. Got faith. Got faith in the Lions. Browns and the Texans, we have Deshaun Watson coming back. Super unfortunate that the Texans are not going to be able to compete this game. The Browns are going to win this. But I'm pretty sure everyone's rooting for the Texans on this game. Will they beat them? Nah. But we hoping they can. Vikings and Jets. This should be a pretty good game. But I gotta pick the Vikings. Steelers and the Falcons. I liked what I saw of the Steelers on Monday. Then I'm going to go with the Steelers. I do think the Falcons could easily win this game. I'm still picking the Steelers, though. Doing that last. We got the Commanders and the Giants. Should be a really close game. I think the Commanders have the best NFL record in the last 6 weeks. Wow. That is a toss-up. Oh, man. I got the Giants, man. I think the Giants can win that game. Dolphins and the 49ers. What a 3 o'clock game. What a 3 o'clock game. Man. This is a toss-up. Oh my gosh. This is going to be such a good game. My gut feeling. Oh my gosh, I have no idea. I think the 49ers, man. I think they can get this game. Seahawks and the Rams. Seahawks got that all day. Hate both teams, though. Chargers and the Raiders. Division game. Man, another toss-up. Both teams could blow each other out. Both teams could play trash. I think... Every time I pick the Raiders or not pick the Raiders, they do the opposite. So this is a cursed game regardless. I'm picking the Raiders. Damn it. Chiefs and the Bengals. Chiefs. Whack Monday night game. Bucks and the Saints. Got the Bucks on that. Easily. And now let's watch game of the week. Broncos and the Ravens. Oh my gosh, this is going to be such an amazing game. I cannot wait. Wow. What a tough decision. Come on now. Picking the Ravens on that one. Should be an interesting week. A lot of good games. Let me know who y'all are going to be watching. Best believe I'm catching that Dolphins 49ers game. Huge game. But yeah. Hopefully everyone enjoyed. Sorry, I've been sniffling this whole video. Allergies are kicking my ass. But hopefully everyone enjoyed. Hopefully y'all like the new webcam thing where y'all can kind of see the games and a little bit more interactive and stuff like that. So I know the webcam is pretty bad, but hey, lend me some money and I'll go buy me a new webcam. Alright? But yeah. Let me move that. Let me know how y'all guys think. How this new thing looks. As y'all can see here. Wait. Which way? Ugh. That team right there. Trash. But yeah. I will see y'all in the next video. Next Tuesday, next Wednesday, around that time. And best believe we gonna get into it. A lot of good games, a lot of good picks of the week. And yeah. Trash. Deuces.